All right, let's talk about Refined Savage. I've been getting a lot of questions lately as to what the Refined Savage means and what it means to me. And, you know, when you break it down, uh, the savagery part, I lived a lifestyle for a lot of years. I was on the pro Highland Games circuit for 17 years. And for the majority of that time, uh, throwing was not just a hobby, it was the way I made money. It was like my primary job. So if I didn't throw far, I didn't make enough money to make the mortgage payment and feed my kid. So that lifestyle was very outside the norm, and it was fueled by anger because my performance, even as a young kid, was always based on anger and trying to oh, you say I can't do that, well, watch this, I'm going to do it. um, and that savage lifestyle was what I did for the majority of the first part of my adult life. um, Once I retired from that and got into running a gym, freed up a little time for me. And that sounds weird because business owners will always tell you, it's more than a full-time job. You're working, 80, 100 hours a week, and that's absolutely true. Um, but I wasn't working three jobs, and it gave me some time to kind of reflect on life in general and how to make better use of my time and where I take the discipline that I had for training and move it into other aspects of my life. Um, that refinement came in when I started doing things like, reading more and turning off the television and having more intense conversations with people and learning about them. And um, when I look at Refined Savage, there's always going to be an aspect of my life where I am putting athletics at the forefront. So maybe not competing in anything, but definitely the training aspect of it becomes or is still very important. But there are other parts of my life now with where refinement comes in, where I'm looking at really focusing on what it means to be a good person and a good mentor and a good leader. And I think you take that same discipline you had for training and move it into other aspects of your life, and it really helps you become successful. Refined Savage is a return to manly virtues. When I say manly virtues, it doesn't mean just for men. When I look at manly virtues, I think of things like discipline and courage and honor and strength. Um, and I think those are philosophies that can be spread across both sexes. I think we should all strive to live that life. And I by no means am always perfect at that. There's a lot of evolution that goes into it, and a lot of thinking and reflecting on your past and your interactions with people. And it's important that we evolve. It's important that we um, become enlightened and find ways to express ourselves and do awesome things. Some of us are going to do that in athletic realm, and some of us are going to do that in the academic world or in the business world, and that's all fantastic. And those are all people we can learn from on a daily basis. So the podcast became a way for me to talk to those people and to learn from them, and to hopefully to get their stories out to you guys so you learn more from them. When we have people on the show like Shane Sweat and Matt Wenning and Rick Perello and Dr. Paul Iverson, and those are all people that have a different story and a different way of looking at things. And I want you guys to not just pick out the podcasts that you're going to be interested in. So, you're not just going to look at the weightlifting guys. Check out the professors we have on, or, if you're an Olympic weightlifter, check out the strongman people we have on. And we're going to have more and more people on there, and we're going to make this as diverse as possible. We're basically going to talk to the people that I really think are interesting, and I hope you think they're interesting too. But when you look at Refined Savage, I want you to think about where you have come from and look at your past and look for ways to evolve and make yourself better every day. And that becomes kind of the key to it is, there has to be a dichotomy, the refinement with the savagery. There has to be, you can't just be a meathead. I know that sounds crazy, but there's so much more to life than just lifting weights. And as I told a friend of mine once that, lifting weights is the least interesting thing I'm interested in, but it's still important. Train, get better physically, but then get better mentally too. Read, have conversations with interesting people, and have a return to those manly virtues that have made us a great society. Courage, honor, discipline. Those are all very important to me, and I can't stress it enough that should be important to you as well. So for the podcast, we're going to keep talking to some interesting people. We have some great people lined up on the show. But what we have coming out now is a line of Refined Savage gear. That came out of people asking me for t-shirts. They wanted a Refined Savage t-shirt. I didn't want to put out just another shitty t-shirt. So what I did was I really thought about the gear, really thought about the brand and how it should look and how it should feel. I spent a lot of time with a brand new t-shirt printer who is fantastic, and I actually went to the shop and picked out fabrics, and it's not going to be cheap stuff, guys. It's not going to be your $12 t-shirts. What it will be are the shirts that you can't wait to get out of the dryer. We're going to do t-shirts, we're going to do hats, we're going to do sweatshirts, but it's all going to be quality, high quality stuff that you're going to want to wear. It's going to be comfortable, it's going to be light, it's going to be stuff that you can work out in, and you're not going to be too embarrassed to go out to dinner with someone wearing our gear. It's going to be good looking stuff. We have artists and printers working together. So I come up with the concepts and kind of put these people to work to make these things look really cool. I'm very psyched about the first line that's coming out this week. I hope you are too. Let me know what you think about it. And, if you have suggestions or ideas, I'd be glad to hear them. Stuff that I think you're really going to want to wear. It's good quality stuff, and I'm really proud of the line that's coming out. So that's it for today. We're going to talk more about Refined Savage in the future. I want you guys to go out, do something awesome today, and be a savage. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. See ya.